Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mancha kalptarupusya kapā sindhuvaivacha patitānaṁ pāvanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Jai Srila Prabhupada. I was badly missing all of you. Hari Bol. So happy to see many names and some videos on. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So nice. Thank you so much, Lakshita, for sharing. Hari Bol. And I wanted to apply tilak. I directly came from the hospital. So then I don't want to touch the same tilak that I used for Vijay service. Okay, Hari Bol. Let's chant one Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol. So I missed Shivatmika somehow because of the long travels. Shivatmika couldn't join us for Jagannath Puri Yatra, though I had very nice plans. That will be nice. And our Ankita Mataji, Ankita Devranjan Mataji, Ankita from Mani, whose brother Devranjan Prabhu is there. Her mother came. Mataji's name is Harigrace Sudurlabha Mataji. Sudurlabha Mataji. She received initiation from His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj. Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj is a disciple of. आवाज नहीं आ रहा है? Earphone में problem हो सकता है. It's not audible. आ रहा है ना? She is disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj. She is disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Shari Swami Maharaj. And Mataji is a school teacher, and she is preaching in 5 villages. And on Gaur Purnima time, to the preaching she does, she also takes the classes for the Mataji. Like in our kids class, some kids are coming, from Bengal also. Mataji's class. So, Mataji distributed different Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, your video got struck.
Oh. I'll say that again. Could you hear that? That on Gaur Purnima time, Sudurlabha Mataji, she distributed 5 sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yeah. And 1 set of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hari Bol. So when we hear how devotees are doing so wonderful, it inspires us. Sometimes we think, "Arey, हम क्या कर रहे हैं?" हमको लग रहा है हम बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं. So when we know about other devotees, then we feel humbled. See so much wonderful teaching devotees are doing. एक छोटा बुक देने में हमको लोड हो जाता है. किसी को कैसे पूछे कैसे बोले यार. तो चैतन्य चरितामृत distribute. So that was a good part of the distribution. Time is less, lot of things to share. Even in Sri Jagannath Puri. And before that, I was in Sri Mayapur Dham. Sri Mayapur ki jai. Till after coming back from the hospital on Thursday, I had no hope that I'll be going to Mayapur because there was no accommodation arranged. But I wanted to go. But I dropped the idea. Okay, I'll attend online his Haldar Swami Maharaj. And then after coming back, that day Mother Emmy was not feeling well, so I had Thursday session was possible. I should still make a try if I couldn't go, but I couldn't get accommodation. Then I called Excellence of like a Sunday school. I could probably is there any accommodation? He said he'll check with the Mataji who no accommodation possible. Some Mataji will check for who come for services. And I only should check with one of my Prabhu's counselors, the devotee husband wife staying there. So then because of the mercy of Srijana Mataji and her Prabhuji, I got a place to stay. And not only I heard His Holiness, means I have so much special experiences to share. Not only time and my schedule was restricting me, but still to give you the same happiness what I experienced. I'm just sharing a part of it. So then it happened. So then, okay, I thought, okay, I can come. Then I tried changing many trains. I slept around 12:30. I got up by 3:30. I left for a train by 4:40. Then I missed two trains in Howrah. Then I got another local. Then I changed it from another place. Then it was Ekadashi day and I could reach to Sridham Mayapur by uh, I could reach Sridham Mayapur by 11:30. Directly I went to Lotus building where His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is there. I went to the kitchen. I have to keep my bags there before going to the temple. So then I found Maharaj plate came out, Mahaprasadam plate. And I told the devotees there, other times also when I come, they give me mercifully to wash the plate. I want to wash the plate. So it was very special. I washed Maharaj Mahaplate, Mahaprasadam plate. Then I got some Mahaprasadam also. So I'm very grateful. And then I went to the temple, and there, His Grace Shiki Mahiti Prabhu, His Grace Shiki Mahiti Prabhu, by April end, he will come to our New Alipur Center. Srila Prabhupada disciple from Chicago. So that time, book distribution memories, like police will come, this and that will happen. In the United States, the proper disciples extended so much for book distribution. So Prabhu will mercifully kindly visit us in New Alipur with one more proper disciple who has come to India after 1977. So we get blessings and mercy of wonderful association of two more Srila Prabhupada disciples. Then I just directly went to Panchatattva Hall, and on the top floor, there Shiki Mahiti Prabhu was giving class. And then I heard part of the class. The Shiki Mahiti Prabhu was telling about how Prabhupada disciple extended them so much. Like his Brahmananda Prabhu, that time was Brahmananda Swami, and Maharaj, and Gargamuni Prabhu, they were sent to Pakistan by Srila Prabhupada. So they went to Pakistan and in saffron robes, not in disguise. And they were doing Harinam Kirtan. Then some people were mistreating them. They were throwing something on them. They were wiping off their tilak. Still they did. So what kind of dedication? Like Rakshita was just mentioning, like in services also, like one is choosy. One does the service what one like and what one is comfortable with. If my voice is not coming clear, let me know. I'll just remove these earphones. Is that clear? I'm having myopic vision of Satvika and Ramayana. Oh, दूर दिख रहे. And others, if they can kindly, Anshika, Bharti, and where is our Priya, where is our Vrinda? I think Vrinda has some examination just here. Jaya, Rakshita, if you can put your videos on. Because after 10 years, we'll see these videos. Oh, we were discussing one day. Hare Krishna. Hare Paul, Anshika. I'll talk in detail to you later because I think I've not interviewed you before. But I'm seeing you in the classes. Very nice. So I'm giving you a Manasik Mayapur Yatra glimpse. What happens when people go to Mayapur? And that too, when it was not planned at all. Because I had desire. Only on that Monday, while coming from New Alipur to Kharagpur, I saw Haldar Swami Maharaj is coming. I said, I want to go. And then my Prabhu said, okay, you can go. And there was already Tejaswini Radhika Mataji, she's my senior board sister from Vrindavan. So I thought I'll stay with her. But that couldn't work out. And I dropped. And then I got on this. And now I'm sharing only in little. I'll share more later when we have a lot of time. So I went, Shiki Mahiti Prabhu was giving class, and then he was telling about Brahmananda Prabhu and Gargamuni Prabhu, Maharaj Prabhupada disciples, who went to Pakistan for preaching Hare Krishna. People were wiping their tilak, misbehaving, then still, what dedication they had towards their spiritual master, towards Lord Chaitanya's mission, towards Krishna, Srimati Radharani. So that example Prabhuji was giving. And in that time, I think some blast happened and lot of Christian missionaries were killed in Pakistan. So somehow the message was sent to them. Srila Prabhupada thought they also might have got killed. But they were saved, then the message went, and then they came back from Pakistan. Same way, Shiki Mahiti Prabhu was giving example when our Her Grace Malati Mataji, Sundar Prabhu, they came with their little daughter, Srila Prabhupada. And then the daughter's name is Saraswati, if I'm not wrongly recollecting. So see how it's gone, what happened in 1960s, 70s. So the Prabhupada speaking, somebody has put the lecture on who is coming now. Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada. So in that time, it was like completely revolutionary phase. And now if you become stagnant, then at the sacrifice, austerity of the previous acharyas, we are enjoying instead of serving. Isn't it? Again, you are frozen. Where you get, you don't get the signal, let me know. So, husband, wife coming with a small child to Srila Prabhupada. You know? And they are saying, telling Prabhupada, we want to go to London and preach. We want to go to and enter there. So first, see the disciples' dedication. Disciple is not obsessed. That wave was completely different. Oh, you know, I'm married, I have a child, I have to think that. No, they're thinking about mission only. And Srila Prabhupada also didn't say, no, get some job, do this, take care of them. Prabhupada said, my blessings are with you. So that's why mundane people can't understand how mercy flows, how life of dedication brings so much joy. So that was part of the class where
जी आप फ्रीज हो जा रहे हैं.
The professor used to go to Vietnam and China for preaching. Hari Paul. Hari Paul. Hari Krishna. Yeah. And Prabhuji said Prabhuji has to go to Vietnam and China for preaching. And then by the end of April, he'll definitely come to bless us with his wonderful association. That time we'll record all his classes because wonderful Sankirtan memories, book distribution memories, and how he came to Krishna consciousness. Because like his brother got Back to Godhead magazine. And through his brother, he got PTG magazine. He read, then he ordered Srila Prabhupada's books. And American mother also was not willing that the child should go to spirituality. The mother made him take admission in some distant college, 300 miles away, so that he can't come close to the temple. So I heard Prabhuji's class in Kartik, in Vrindavan. I heard Prabhu's one class. There only I requested Prabhu that in future if he can visit, all our devotees here will be. So it's a blessing for us to, because through you we can get so close to Prabhupada. So that's the benefit. Those who have directly, associated, served Prabhupada's, dedicated their life through them. When we are hearing about Prabhupada, hearing about those times, our surrender for Srila Prabhupada, for Lord Chaitanya, increases a lot. Okay. So that is Vietnam, China. And then after that, okay, I met Sujana Mataji. That day, by mistake, I missed one class. Otherwise, I could have attended this Holiness Bhakti Rasa and Sagar Swami Maharaj class also. But I was awake. I had just slept for 2 hours and I was traveling. And that day, health also went bad. But I missed the class because schedule skipped out of my mind. His disciple of His Holiness Indradyumna Swami Maharaj, he also came to our Kharagpur center.
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Maharaj taught us that shloka, that 3.30, ignorance, people don't want to do any activity. Krishna is saying, give up ignorance. Nirashit, yuddhasva vigata jvara, give up your laziness. Nirashir Nirmamo. Give up the sense of false proprietorship. You know? Then sannyas adhyatma chesa. Act in the mode of goodness. And top of that is Shuddha Sattva. For me, your eternal in his service. This is 3.30. And they are in Bhagavad Prabhupada writes in Bhagavad Gita as it is. Spiritual life is like a military discipline. So those who have not gone through this shloka from Bhagavad Gita, they can go through it again. Those who have gone, they can go again. Those who have not read, so after that, because I thought I'm going to Sridham Mayapur and I'll get classes with His Haldar Swami Maharaj. But, and I was knowing His Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj is also there. Disciple of His Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. Yeah, so that evening, on day one only, after listening to his Shiki Maiti Prabhu, I attended His Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. Very wonderful classes of dealings, Vaishnavi behavior. Different lessons from the classes we'll gradually discuss. Very nice. There, one point from the class was Maharaj was asking that when Vasishtha Muni used to go to Dasharath Maharaj, what question was being asked. So I remember that, when devotees meet each other, so it's like we should ask, how's your preparation going on for going back home, back to Godhead? How's your progress in Krishna consciousness going on? That's a question. ठीक है कैसे चल रहा है यही दशरथ महाराज ने वशिष्ठ मुनि को पूछा and then Maharaj was also explaining that he asked how's your absorption in scriptures कैसा चल रहा है आपका शास्त्र का रीडिंग भगवत वाणी है ना तो उसको आप पढ़ रहे हैं assimilate कर रहे हैं so I like that we should focus on reading all the purpose Srila Prabhupada has given for us पूरा शास्त्र को इतना eternally grateful to Srila Prabhupada because the heart don't have out there. And to mean Bhagavad Gita, which is something I never Prabhupada. Then start the next day, and I'm like, I go. The next day I go to classes of So in a day I attended five sessions. It was like a Shravana going on. His name is Haldar Swami Maharaj. One day he gave Srimad Bhagavatam also. Then lag ho raha hai. Is it lagging? Batao.
Hare Krishna Mataji, yes, little.
बोलो बताओ ना
Hare Krishna Mataji, it's little breaking.
But I'm sitting in the Wi-Fi connection, but I'm sitting in material world, so that's why. And I'm speaking fast. I have to speak slow. I'll see if that will be helpful because Wi-Fi is showing full connection. Okay, and it's already 8:58. Next, I got Haldar Swami Maharaj classes, Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj classes. Then Srila Prabhupada disciple, his guest Rameshwar Prabhu. Then his guest Pancharatna Prabhu, his guest Kripanidhi Prabhu, and his guest Sarvadik Prabhu. All Prabhupada disciples were giving classes. Yes. That's why I'm very, very grateful to all the Vaishnavas, right, because of your prayers and blessings, and especially to Srujana Mataji and Vivekasya Prabhu. Because I had no hope that I could be in Mayapur at that time, and that I had no imagination that it's not only one Maharaj, and so many Maharajas there, and five classes, and the Shravanotsav going on. Very, very special. Very much. Then I came back and then Jyoti and Puna Madhuri because I was not in a situation to do the services what they have done. So wonderful altar decoration, garland, and everything was done by them. As well as it happened to Krishna conscious birthday. And I thought Nitika Mataji is there, so not here, but I just saw Parmeshwari Radhika Mataji's status. I came to understand that today is Nitika Mataji's birthday. It is Nitika Mataji's birthday, na? So we can send Hare Krishna mantra for her. She's busy in her preparations, and maybe after the class I'll drop a voice message because she might have slipped. So let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra. Nitika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we pray for our dear Nitika to become a wonderful, exemplary devotee doctor who is not just taking care of the bodies, but as well as mind and soul. Srila Prabhupada is training us how to be soul specialists, irrespective of a person is a medical or non-medical. Anybody who is expert in the science of Krishna consciousness can become soul specialists in the Guru Shishya Parampara. Okay. So I'll share the details of my effort in detail later. But Param Pujaniya Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj. I heard 2 classes. Okay. How can I get that? I never imagined that I can be there. I was just thinking about His Holiness Sundar Swami Maharaj, but I just missed calculating that I'm going to Sridhar Mayapur on Sripad Madhavendra Puri's Tirobhakti Mahotsav. And Sripad Madhavendra Puri's Tirobhakti Mahotsav is a big festival in Shantipur. And there again I heard His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhaktidev Damodar Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Prabodhananda Swami Maharaj. Mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy. I had desire to be in Shantipur on that day, but I never thought it's possible. So Shantipur, there is a special festival at Advaitacharya's place, Advaitacharya's place. So I was there, and I saw the original. I'll share those photos later. Original Shaligram Shila that Advaitacharya worshipped with Ganga Jal and Tulsi to ask Krishna to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is there. ऐसा करके सब कुछ है आवाज लैगिंग आ रहा है क्या अरे तो भाई बहुत कुछ बताने का मैंने इतने दिन से होल्ड किया हुआ है ठीक है लेकिन ओ वेरी स्पेशल मर्सी और आके गौर पूर्णिमा आया उसमें फिर हॉस्पिटल ड्यूटीज थे फिर उसके बाद जगन्नाथपुरी चले गए फिर आके फिर हॉस्पिटल ड्यूटीज थे सो आई कुडंट शेयर बट आई सो I can't explain. And yeah, Radha Madhav Astasaki they're like playing very nicely dressed up. It was very special because in a day I could get, Prabhupada International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So spiritual teachers from United States, from Africa, and from India. सब है ना तो Prabhupada disciples से grand disciples सबसे सुनने को मिलता है. It was very special. I am very grateful that this mercy came upon and I could participate there. और महाराज से सब क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि महाराज से मेरे पास कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं था बट जब क्लास के बाद सब लोग बात थे तो मैं भी थी उधर बहुत अच्छा था बहुत अच्छा So I was missing all of you there कि कितना अच्छा होता है सब लोग उधर रहते ठीक है अभी एक दो श्लोक करते हैं फिर वाइंड अप करेंगे मैं रामेश्वर प्रभु जो क्लास लिए सब बहुत वंडरफुल था पंचरत्न प्रभु क्लास लिए थे प्रॉपर डिसाइपल है कि कैसे चैतन्य महाप्रभु जो है इतने महावदन्य इतने कृपालु क्योंकि क्या दे रहे हैं कृष्ण प्रेम ये योग्यता नहीं है हमारी किसको दे रहे जिसको चाहिए नहीं इतना संसार में पागल हुआ और कैसे दे रहे हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र का जप करने से कृष्ण प्रेम हो जाएगा तो कितना सरल विधि दे रहे हैं वो पूरा उन्होंने सेशन लिया था, whom to giving mercy, what mercy to give it, and how is giving. Then his Sardik Prabhu took on Shikshashtakam prayers. और इसके कृपानिधि प्रभु took on नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर's pastimes. And अभी हम करते हैं सीसी अंत्य लीला chapter 3 verse 50. His Rameshwar Prabhu took this verse. And by the time you are opening, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj taken on Jaladuta. जलदूता रीडिंग चल रहा है, डायरी प्रभुपद का डायरी रीड किया हुआ है, और महाराज वो सेइंग अभी ईरान दुबई का वॉर चल रहा है, और अगर थर्ड वर्ल्ड तो हमको कृष्णा कॉन्शियस होना चाहिए, कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस स्प्रेड करना चाहिए. बड़ा अच्छा था. मतलब मुझे भी आके ना बैठ के सोचने का समय नहीं मिला है, क्योंकि लाइफ भाग भाग के चल रहा है. मिल गया सीसी अंत्य.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी वर्ष नंबर
सीसी अंत्य लीला चैप्टर 3 वर्स 47 पे आ जाओ पहले. Prabhu shared 50, 51, 52, but we'll do 50. CC until 3.47 your time. और कल बहुत सारे भक्तों, मतलब हमारे रामेश्वर सेवा गुण के बहुत सारे भक्तों का इजोले राधानाथ स्वामी महाराज से दीक्षा है, और मुझे तो अभी नाम पूछने हैं. आई हैव माय डिवोटी डॉक्टर सर्कल इन मुंबई. सो चारू गोपाल प्रभु, उनकी वाइफ का दीक्षा होना है, उनकी मदर इन लॉ का दीक्षा होना है, तो सबके नाम वहां दीक्षा चल रहा है ना वाड़ा में, हरिनाम इनिशिएशन वाले. होप मैंने जो बोला इट वाज सिंकिंग इन फॉर सम, बिकॉज पता होना क्या होता है, इसीलिए तो आई मीन आई ट्राई टू बी इन फुल ब्लोन लाइफ, बिकॉज इतना कुछ मिस हो जाएगा, हम दूसरे ही संसार में रह जाएंगे. That's why Hare Krishna Malini Mata, like today we were reading, no, Mother of Vrindavan Das Thakur, you know, niece of Srivas Thakur. And that is Narayani. Wife of Srivas Thakur is Mother Malini. And that Mataji who came to our center a few weeks back, more than 40 years in Krishna consciousness. Mataji is French. And then she preached in Japan, China, and now she stays in the United States. So Malini Mataji was telling us, never go out of the fire of Sankirtan. Always stay in the fire of Sankirtan. That is required. Some devotees, yeah, mala, japa, or reading, और सब कुछ बोझ लगने लगता है, because they are out of the fire of Sankirtan. If you are engaging in preaching Krishna consciousness, then you will be able to practice Krishna consciousness. चले पहुंच गए चैतन्य चरितामृत में. बहुत मिली. चलो फटाफट करते हैं, क्योंकि फाइंड अप कर देंगे. बहुत दिन हो गए मुझे तो अनुपमा माता जी से बात की मदद की. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद.
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय श्वेत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा.
जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद.
श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद.
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद.
श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा.
श्री अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद.
जय अद्वैत. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद.
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद.
चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा.
जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद.
श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी सिंह. चैतन्य लीला गंभीर कोटि समुद्रेर होइते. Read.
चैतन्य रघुवीरा गंभीरा कोटि सब
की लागी की करे के न पारे बुझिते Past tense of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna ke Jugal Avatar, the confidential incarnation in the age of Kali, are deeper than millions of seas and oceans. Therefore, no one can understand what he does and why he does it. And what he has done to us. We never thought we'll be chanting Hare Krishna. We'll be wearing tilak. We'll be having country. We'll take diksha. So, like Gaur, Gaur Shakti Swarupaya, Rupananda. So our Acharya Prabhu Gaur Shakti, same way Srila Prabhupada is carrying that Shakti, Shakti Avesh Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why all this mercy came in our life. 48. Ateva Guda Artha Ki Next 40 to advance view from the top because we have to advance in Krishna. मिल अतएव गुण अर्थ किछु नहीं जानी बाह्य अर्थ करिबारे करी तनी I do not know the deep meaning of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. As far as possible, I shall try to explain them externally. This is the humility of Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Okay. Hari Paul Mataji, mother of our Lalit Madhavi, Hare Krishna. Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna पुत्र जल्दी जल्दी बड़े हो जाओ चैतन्य चरितामृत पढ़ेंगे हरे कृष्णा जय जय श्री चैतन्य
हरि बोल कर रही
यस हरि बोल बेटा सीसी अंत्यलीला चैप्टर 3 वर्स 49 हरि बोल नेक्स्ट जनरेशन रेडी हो रहा है केली मंजरी तुष्टि राधिका ललित माधवी देवकी नंदन so many are there. Very nice. Battalion coming. Abhay Charan, Rama Raghav, Priya Priya. बहुत बढ़िया चलो 49 पे आओ और बहुत आने वाले हैं भविष्य में ठीक है एक दिन प्रभु हरिदासेर मिलिला
एक दिन प्रभु हरिदासेर मिलिला
प्रभु हरिदासेर मिलिला
एक दिन प्रभु हरिदासेर मिलिला
ताहा लैया गोष्ठी करी ताहारे पुछिला
गोष्ठी करी ताहारे पुछिला
One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Haridas Thakur as usual, and in the course of discussion, he inquired as follows. And his Kripanindi Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada disciple, he was giving class on Namacharya Haridas Thakur. He was saying sometime in one personality, 2-3 personalities are there. So it's mentioned that Namacharya Haridas Thakur is not only Brahma's incarnation, Brahmaji, but also Prahalad's and one more. And there was a Haridas in the previous life. 3 personalities were in one body. And Haldar Swami Maharaj was mentioning, and yes, I heard that from my Prabhu also before, that in the spiritual world, Gaur Mandal and Braj Mandal. So you can have one male form in the Gaur Mandal and female form in the Braj Mandal. Both means. And Maharaj was emphasizing, without Gaura, he's the Sardik Prabhu also. Without Gauranga, we cannot understand Radha Krishna. So we are devotees of Gauda. Gaudiyas. अरे श्रीला वासुदेव घोष जी का भजन है ना, राधा रानी का महिमा चैतन्य महाप्रभु जी में समझ में ही नहीं आएगा। यदि गौर न हইতো तबे की हইতো केमन भरितम রাধার মহিমা প্রেম রস সীমা জগত জানে তো কে মাধুর্য বৃন্দা বিপিন মাধুরী প্রবেশ চাতুরী সা ব্রজের যুবতী ভাবের ভকতি শক্তি হইতো গাও গাও পুনঃ গৌরাঙ্গের গুণ গাও গাও পুনঃ গৌরাঙ্গের গুণ সরল করিয়া মন এ ভব সাগরে মন দয়াল না দেখিয়া এক গৌরাঙ্গ বলিয়া নাগিন গলিয়া কে মনে ধরিয়াছে পাশুহিয়া पाशन दिया के मने जड़ियाছে। वासुदेव घोष बोल रहे कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु के बिना राधा रानी का महिमा समझ नहीं आएगा। और जो ब्रज की गोपियों की जो भक्ति है, जो सर्वोत्तम भक्ति है, वो कौन समझाता, समझ ही नहीं सकते थे विदाउट चैतन्य महाप्रभु। तो वे बोल रहे हैं कि सरल हृदय को सरल करो और गौरांग का नाम लो। गौरांग नित्यानंद 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 गौरांग नित्यानंद नित्यानंद नित्यानंद। We should have a Vaishnavi retreat of night so that we can celebrate our great fortune. So बोल रहे हैं, अब वासुदेव घोष बोल रहे हैं कि अरे गौरांग का नाम लेके भी मेरा हृदय पिघल नहीं रहा है। तो क्या भगवान पत्थर लगा के दिए हैं क्या? तो भगवान को नहीं, मतलब ये सिर्फ ब्रह्मा जी की क्रिएशन को बोल रहे हैं। दिया पाषाण लगाया है क्या इधर? चैतन्य महाप्रभु का नाम लेके भी मेरा हृदय मानने वाला, इनसे ज्यादा करुणा का अवतार कौन है? चलो 49 पे चलते हैं। आई एम मिसिंग ऑल ऑफ यू। जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ाई वढ़ाई करो अपनी। और स्नेहा मधुरी ठीक है, ललित माधवी इज ग्रोइंग, यू कैन रिज्यूम सर्विसेज। हरे कृष्णा। चलो 9:30 पे एंड कर दूंगी जहाँ पे भी, जबकि मेन पार्ट अभी शुरू हो रहा है। फिर मिलेंगे कल। हरिदास, अभी चैतन्य महाप्रभु बोल रहे हैं हरिदास को। हरिदास हरिदास कली काले यवना अपार, कलयुग में यवन इतने अपार हैं, गौ ब्राह्मणे हिंसा करे महादुराचार। ब्राह्मण और गौ के प्रति हिंसा करते इतने दुराचारी। हरिदास कली काले यवन अपार।
हरिदास कली काले यवनापारा।
गो ब्राह्मणे हिंसा करे महादुराचार।
गो ब्राह्मणे हिंसा करे महादुराचार।
My dear Thakur Haridas, in this age of Kali, most people are bereft of Vedic culture, and therefore they are called Yavanas. They are concerned only with killing cows and Brahminical culture. In this way, they all engage in sinful acts. Purport by His divine grace, the Abhayacharya Arvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. From the statement by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can clearly understand that the word Yavana does not refer only to a particular class of men. Anyone who is against the behavior of the Vedic principle is called a Yavana. Such a Yavan may be in India or outside of India. As described here, the symptom of Yavan is that they are violent killers of cows and Brahminical culture. We offer our prayers to the Lord by saying, Namo Brahmanaya Devaya, Go Brahmanaya The Lord, Bhagwan, is the maintainer of Brahminical culture. His first concern is to see to the benefit of cows, Brahmanas. Uti uti Gopala, Nanda ke lala. उठी उठी गोपाला नंद के लाला भगवान बोल रहे मेरे तुम उठी उठी करो कृष्णा स्लीपिंग टाइम as soon as human civilization turns against Brahminical culture means not the person who is wearing a jamin. It's not just external show. Brahman means who is living in Brahman means who is following Krishna's Vani Bhagavad Gita as it is. Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. This is not caste. This is Varna, qualification. Janmana Jayate Shudra, Sanskara, Paved Puja, Veda Patiti iti Vipra, Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. और ये भगवान शरीर की तपस्या में भगवद गीता यथारूप में 17.14 में बताए देवति जो गुरु प्राज्ञा पूजनम शौचमार्जवम ब्रह्मचर्य अहिंसा च शारीरम तपुच्यते शरीर की तपस्या में सबको ब्रह्म में आचरण करना चाहिए इंद्रियां हर एक आश्रम में केवल कृष्ण की संतुष्टि के लिए ही सेवा में लगे अच्छा As soon as human civilization turns against Brahminical culture and unrestricted killing of Haripal, unrestricted killings of cows, we should understand that men are no longer under the control of Vedic culture, but are all Yavanas and Malaysians. Okay. Now, so, some people are secular. They are not Sanatanis. So they are described. Because anyone who is promoting or supporting animal killing is equal participant. It is said that Krishna consciousness movement will be prominent within the next 10,000 years. But after that, yeah, can you mute yourself? Thank you. It is said that Krishna consciousness movement will be prominent within the next 10,000 years. But after that, people will all become Malechas and Yavanas. Thus, at the end of the Yuga, Krishna will appear as the Kalki avatar and kill them without consecration. Next two purposes are also very wonderful and beautiful. You will relish them. I'm just giving a glimpse. Oh, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, दिख रहा है ना सब कलिकाल में इसलिए ये लोग कैसे जो Yavan cannot become leaders or guide for anyone's life because they are themselves in deep darkness and ignorance. That's why we all need the shelter of Pramanic Guru Shishya Param. Om Adhyanativiratasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Because without Guru is representative of Nityananda, Balaram, Radharani, you would not have understood what to do with life, isn't it? Doing 51. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further asking, हाँ ये पता है कितना स्पेशल है we want भगवान ये भगवान की हृदय का चिंता है जिसको भगवान के हृदय में स्थान चाहिए उसको भगवान की चिंता को अपने जीवन की चिंता बनाना चाहिए दिस इज व्हाट इज दिस रामेश्वर प्रभु ठीक है ये भगवान का मूड जो समझ जाएंगे कि भगवान को एंजाइटी है और हम सोच रहे हैं लाइफ केवल एक पार्टी है ठीक है आर्मी वाले पार्टी करते हैं लेकिन आर्मी की ग्राउंड को नहीं ज्यादा इधर उधर नहीं जाए So I'm giving just an knowledge. That's why तुम्हारे शिवाय दुख होए जाता शही तो परम सुख सेवा सुख दुख परम संपदा ना भावे भावे दुख ये भगवान की सेवा के लिए जो संघर्ष करते हैं दुख उठाते हैं वही परम सुख है ठीक है बहुत ये बहुत रहस्य है इस पे. मैं वो लेक्चर प्रभु जी का रिकॉर्ड की हूँ because it was not getting recorded there. Audio might not come that clearly, but earphone से आएगा. I didn't get time to upload. I will upload the lectures of Prabhupada disciples, what I heard there. ठीक है? चैतन्य महाप्रभु further saying, इहा शबरा कोन मते होइबे निश्चितारा.
इह सबरा कोन्मते ओइबे
ताहर हेतु न देखिया ए दुख अपार.
ताहे तू ना देखिए ये दुख अपार.
ठीक है. हमारी लाइफ में हमको प्रॉब्लम्स क्यों लगती है? जब तक हम ये ध्यान नहीं देते कि भगवान को भी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. ठीक है. हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम में क्यों फंसे रहते हैं? अपना वर्ल्ड इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स क्यों रहता है? फिर ऑब्सेस्ड विद द रॉन्ग आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ भगवान. योगक्षेमम वहामी अहम डेडिकेटेड डिसाइपल के लिए अप्लाई होता है ये यथा माम प्रपत्ति. बिकॉज प्रॉपर बोल रहे हैं वैसे भी लोग अपने सर्वेंट का ध्यान रखते हैं या किसी को नौकरी दे रखा है उसका ध्यान दे. हम भगवान की सेवा करेंगे, भगवान हमारा ध्यान नहीं रखेंगे. वहां तो हम तो एटर्नल पार्ट एंड पार्सल हैं कृष्ण. कृष्ण नॉट टेक केयर ऑफ अस. How will these yavanas these yavanas be delivered? To my great unhappiness, I do not see any rebirth. But by His divine grace, love, Charna, and Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. This verse reveals the significance of Lord Sri Chaitanya's appearance as Patita Pavana, the deliverer of all the fallen souls. Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, पतित पापित हेतु तब अवतारा मौसम पतित प्रभु ना पाइबे यार. Oh my Lord, you have appeared just to deliver all the fallen souls. Mosam patita prabhu na paibe yara. And among all the fallen souls, I am the Lord's. And why we are fallen souls? Because we fell from the spiritual world to relish separately from this. That's where we have to go back to Krishna's lotus feet. By following Krishna's Vani, we can get attached to Krishna's lotus feet. That is possible only when we become Guru conscious. Then we can become Krishna conscious. You can see. Without following Guru, you cannot become Krishna. Because then you will be doing sahajati, listening to your own mind and not the pramanik Guru Sadhu Shastra. How Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always thinking about the deliverance of the fallen souls. How Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always thinking about the deliverance of the fallen souls is shown by the statement, "He dukh apar." हमको लगता है हमारी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम. It is my great happiness. This indicates that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, is always very unhappy to see the fallen souls in the material world. Therefore, he himself comes as he is, or he comes as a devotee in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver love of Krishna, love of Krishna. Directly to the fallen souls. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he not only gives knowledge of Krishna, but by his practical activities teaches everyone how to love Krishna. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Love means service. When you serve Krishna, then love will manifest. Those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. देखो भाई अभी आगे क्या आ रहा है. Those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should take the Lord's mission most serious, those who are following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should take the Lord's mission most seriously. In this age of Kali, people are gradually becoming less than animals. प्रॉपर कितना क्लियरली बोल दिया ना. मुझे भी बुरा लगता है ऐसे हम एनिमल्स को बोलते रहते हैं कुत्ते के जैसा है गधे के जैसा है. उससे बेकार है. क्योंकि बोलो तो कुत्ते की बॉडी में वैसा काम कर रहे हैं, कोई ह्यूमन की बॉडी में कुत्ते के जैसा रहेगा तो कुत्ते से भी नीचे हो गया ना. और कुछ हरकतें तो ह्यूमन ऐसी करने लगे अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करके जो एनिमल्स भी नहीं करते. दे हैव सम ब्रीडिंग सीजन्स, कुछ उनका है ऐसा. कोई आर्टिफिशियल लाइफ कचरा देखते रहना ये सब पशु नहीं करते. तो मैन ने जो एडवांसमेंट करके इतना डिग्रेडेशन किया है ना, इतना सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन तो पशु भी नहीं सोचता है जितना मनुष्य दिन रात केवल काम के बारे में सोचता है. जबकि उसको बॉडी मिला है कृष्ण प्रेम का. श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्गुण वंद. हाँ हमारी पद्मा गौरांगी. श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा मंदो मुई सावधान होते. यहाँ प्रसाद भाई ए भव तोरी आय कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए. उद्देश्य 31 हो गए. 40 तक 10 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा मिला पेपर कंप्लीट करने के लिए. ठीक है, ये बहुत एसेंशियल पर्पस है. एनीबॉडी हु wants to practice Krishna consciousness sincerely. In this age of Kali, people are gradually becoming less than animals. Nevertheless, although they are eating the flesh of cows and are envious of Brahminical culture, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considering how to deliver them from this horrible condition of life. So when they will do Hari Bol, they will get delivered from the horrible condition of life. So we have to propagate. We have to propagate, broadcast, congregational chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Marty, why your hand is up? You are blessing us, or you want to ask something? We are saying time is up. You want to say something, Marty? Okay. So ये समझना होगा. तो इतना हमको ये नहीं देखना कि एब्स्ट्रीम फाइल्स हो रहा है, इतना क्राइम हो रहा है. हमको ये देखना है कैसे लोग कृष्ण का नाम लें, कैसे लोग कृष्ण के बारे में सुने. ठीक है, बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा कृष्ण र संसार कोई छाड़िए न छा. और इसलिए वो नित्यानंद भगवान का भी इतना बढ़िया मूवीज ना, वो निजामवरी प्रभु जो वो बनाए है ना वो मूवी, वो आईआईटी के डिवोटी है. भुवनेश्वर में प्रोफेसर है निताई राम प्रभु. वो उनकी वाइफ जो उन्होंने एआई मूवी बनाया जिसमें नित्यानंद वो बोल रहा था जय जन गौरंग भजे श्रेय अमर प्राण रे. इतना सुंदर है ना. गौरंग बोलिया, मेरा तो गला वाला कुछ नहीं है बट आप भजन देखो कितना सही. गौरंग बोलिया दुई बाहु तुलिया, गौरंग बोलिया दुई बाहु तुलिया. भगवान बहुत सुंदर है ना. कितना देखो भगवान के यहाँ पे कुछ बोरिंग नहीं है. इट इज रियल नरिशमेंट फॉर द सोल. 34 हो गए. तो ये जो शब्द इस तात्पर्य में महत्वपूर्ण है कि भगवान की अनहैप्पीनेस को कैसे दूर करना है, ये एक भक्त का चिंता होना चाहिए. इसलिए भक्त हम भजनानंदी नहीं है कि केवल खुद खुद भगवान के धाम जाना. अरे कृष्णा को टेंशन है, सब लोग यहाँ पे सड़ रहे हैं, सब भगवान टेंशन. So not only we have to practice, we have to preach Krishna consciousness, and if we don't preach Krishna consciousness, we can't practice properly. And so Mahaprabhu ka chinta kya hai? What is Mahaprabhu's meditation? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considering how to deliver them from this horrible condition of life. Does he ask all Indians Bharatvarshis to take up this mission. भारत भूमि ते हल्ला मनुष्य भारत भूमि ते हल्ला मनुष्य जन्म जाए जन्म सार्थक करी करो परोपकार. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatvarsh, should make his or her life successful and work for the benefit of all other CC. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, 19. So the greatest benefit activity is when people's Krishna consciousness get awakened. This is Bhagavad Gita Yatharup, chapter 2, verse 41 per word. And you read the proper in detail of the Satvika Buddhi, Ekaha Purnandana. In the first paragraph, it will say कि society, nationality, सबका सेवा करके क्या है. तो आधा पैरा पढ़ेंगे तो लोगों को लगेगा बहुत कुछ करना नहीं चाह रहा है. But you read the complete purport, then it is further mentioned. When you become Krishna consciousness, when you become Krishna conscious, you do the highest welfare activity. Because a Krishna conscious person is a nice student, is a nice child to the parents, is a nice brother sister, is a nice husband wife, is a nice professional person, is a nice society person, is good to everyone. And यहाँ से हम कहाँ जाएंगे 5.7. ठीक है जीते योग युक्त विशुद्धात्मा विदितात्मा जितेंद्रिय. The connection. कैसे? क्योंकि वो भगवान वो समझ गया कि मैं भगवान का अंश हूँ. तो जो कृष्ण भावना भावित जीव है, Krishna conscious person knows his eternal connection with Krishna and acting in that consciousness, conscious of one's eternal connection with Krishna. With other jivas also, he has that service attitude. तो एक genuine वैष्णव कभी किसी को कष्ट नहीं देंगे, क्योंकि giving trouble to anybody, actually we are giving trouble to Krishna, isn't it? Everybody is Krishna's part and parcel. We are creating disturbance in the life of some part and parcel. That part and parcel is Krishna's part and parcel. Indirectly, you are displeasing Krishna. That is Yoga Yukta Vishuddhatma Viditatma Jitendriya Sarvabhut Atma Bhutatma Purvar Apina Lipsate. This is the formula for real United Nation. Real brotherhood or sisterhood, but no Bollywood, Dollywood, or Hollywood. ठीक है? बहुत अजब तात्पर्य है. It is therefore the duty. शब्द देखो प्रभु जी क्या. It is therefore the duty of every advanced and cultured Indian to take this course very seriously. All Indians should help the Krishna consciousness movement and its progress to the best of their ability. हम भगवान की भक्ति में भोग करने नहीं आए, हम सेवा करके भगवान की चिंता नहीं कर रहे. उसमें अपने आप सेवा में आनंद है. जब हम अपने एंजॉयमेंट पे फोकस करते हैं तब गड़बड़ हो जाता है. जब हम कृष्णा के एंजॉयमेंट पे फोकस कर देते हैं हमारी लाइफ में एंजॉयमेंट ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाएगा, बिकॉज हम कृष्ण के पार्ट एंड पार्सल. All Indians should help the Krishna consciousness movement in its progress to the best of their ability. Then they will be considered real followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we might see some practitioners who practice Krishna consciousness daily at all time and places. They are not behaving like Vaishnavas or Vaishnavis. If due to some weakness, they are not able to practice to that level, they should not portray their level of practice as a standard level of practice in the name of being practical. In the name of being practical, we should not dilute Krishna consciousness. So proper disciples are dedicated. That's why we are receiving today Krishna consciousness. The way Srila Prabhupada has given. In the next generation, in the name of being practical and in the name of being accepted by the Malechas and Yavanas, will dilute the test. Purity is the force. Purity that attracts, not the diluted self. That's why His Bhakti Damodar Swami Maharaj was saying, oh, in the name of kirtans, this free mixing. The people who are chanting kirtans, if they are not people who are doing kirtans, to attract the crowd, not for the pleasure of Krishna, who are not having a good sadhana. What transformation they will bring? So we should not think, I'm preaching, this is. So now ISKCON has become very big. And the people who are, and the ISKCON is already big, but now more and more people are joining now. So everyone is not following the standard as it is required. So my Guru Maharaj says, don't go by shortcuts. Don't go by side tracks. In shortcuts, there will be short selling. So this, अगर किसी का देखते तो समझना चाहिए भाई ये मेरा कमजोरी है मैं धीरे धीरे आई एम ट्राइंग टू बी अ बेटर डिवोटी बट वन शुड नॉट अपना गलती को अपनी वीकनेस को पॉलिश नहीं करना चाहिए नहीं तो उससे नए लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे डिवोटी मींस नो डुप्लिसिटी द नेम ऑफ प्रैक्टिकलिटी कुछ भी कर लेते हैं वो बोलते प्रैक्टिकलिटी चलती अगर हमको अपने आचार्यों में गुरु में ऐसा दिखेगा हम टॉलरेट नहीं कर पाएंगे वहां तो हम दोष ना होते हुए भी दोष देखते हैं और अपने अंदर इतने दोष होते हुए भी हम कवर अप मार लेते हैं क्या जबरदस्त है isn't it? चलो टाइम तो भाग गया ये तात्पर्य को पूरा कर लेते हैं थोड़ा सा रियल फॉलोअर्स ऑफ चैतन्य महाप्रभु तो ये जो हम अभी रीड कर रहे हैं ये दूसरे के फॉल्ट फाइंडिंग के लिए नहीं है बट अपनी लाइफ में कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस को सीरियसली लेने के लिए and not to get carried away by the diluted examples we see here and there. And when we see here and there diluted example, we should just try to see their good part and appreciate them for that and pray for them. But we should not take that as a standard practice of Krishna consciousness. So like now in the name of preaching, even within ISKCON or outside ISKCON, people are dressed up more sensually, you know, and they are doing so much of here and there stuff without coming to the core principles of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. You know, presenting in a flowery way. Yes, Prabhupada ने सच दिया है सत्य को सत्य की तरह ही दीजिए don't try to bring your cloud in front of that sun you can't cover the sun but you will cover people's life with your cloud because आपको ही surety नहीं है because you are not convinced इसलिए आप दूसरे को भी ढीला ढाला ही प्रेजेंट करते इसलिए होता है कि कहाँ से श्रवण करना तो जो जिसका खुद ही गुरु हरि गुरु वैष्णव में श्रद्धा नहीं है जैसा लेवल की श्रद्धा उसका है वैसा ही आप में आएगा इसलिए प्रभुपाद को सुनना बहुत जरूरी है इसलिए प्रभुपाद की समझ के शिष्य को सुनना बहुत जरूरी है इसलिए प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथों को पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है बुझते पारेगी तो समझ में आ रहा है पेट अबाउट आज मैंने सोचा था मैं 9 बजे बंद कर दूंगी बट क्या करूँ we are very sorry to say okay. All Indians should help the Krishna conscious movement in its progress to the best of their ability then they will be considered real followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Unfortunately, even some so-called Vaishnavas enviously refuse to cooperate with this movement, but instead condemn it in so many ways. We are very sorry to say that these people try to find fault with us, being unnecessarily envious of our activities. Although we are trying to the best of our ability to introduce the Krishna consciousness movement directly into the countries of Yavanas and Malechas, such Yavanas and Malechas are coming to us and becoming purified. Vaishnavas who follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Becoming purified Vaishnavas who follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. एक बहुत लोग ना ISKCON के नाम पे अपना भक्ति का मोटिवेशन का प्रीचिंग करते हैं ठीक है और ISKCON से लोगों को दूर लेके जाते हैं क्योंकि ISKCON ना होता तो इतने सारे लोग अभी जो जगह जगह दुनिया भर में कथा करने जा रहे हैं ना कोई सुनता नहीं ठीक है और जितना ये यूथ प्रीचिंग के नाम पे भी जब लोग सब फैंसी लोग तरीके से लोग अट्रैक्ट करें तो सब फाउंडेशन प्रभुपाद और फिर इतना सा भक्ति का प्रचार करके फिर जाति पे अटका देते हैं कि हम जो है शर्मा फैमिली में पैदा हुए हैं हम ब्राह्मण हैं तो हम ही केवल भगवान का विग्रह सेवा कर सकते हैं हमारे बच्चे आचार्य होंगे भाई पूरा भागवतम का सिद्धांत तो तुम फिर बॉडीली प्लेटफॉर्म पे ले आए यही तो समझा रहे हैं कि भाई हिरण्यकश्यप के यहाँ से प्रहलाद हो सकता है अंग महाराज के यहाँ से वेला हो सकता है तो आप कहाँ से बॉडी को कहानी लगा रहे भगवत गीता तो शुरू ही वहां से होती है कि वी आर नॉट द बॉडी ट्रेनिंग किसी भी बॉडी में हो सकती That's why Krishna consciousness, Vaishnava is transcendental science. It's not limited to particular birth, caste, gender, nationality, language. Anybody can become pure Vaishnava, pure devotee. आप उसमें जाति बुद्धि क्यों लगा? One who identifies himself okay, as a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should feel like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who said, "Iha shavan konumate halpenishta." How will all these yavanas be delivered? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious to deliver. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious. ये वर्ष बार-बार पढ़ लेना भगवान को चिंता हो रही. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious to deliver the fallen souls because their fallen condition gave him great unhappiness. जितना हैप्पी तरीके से मैं वर्ड्स पढ़ती हूँ ये उतना हैप्पी तरीके का वर्ड्स नहीं है. बैठ के विचार करेंगे तो समझ में आएगा. मैं तो अपने जीवन में हमारी जो कृपा हो रही है इसलिए मैं खुश हो रही हूँ, प्रसन्न हो रही हूँ. लेकिन ये वर्ड्स के हिसाब से कि भगवान की चिंता हो रहा है मेडिटेट तो भगवान की चिंता हो रही है. भगवान की चिंता थोड़ी कम करने से तो आपका कनेक्शन भगवान से डीप होगा. इंटीमेसी इज थ्रू सर्विस. This is 6.47. Yogi नाम अपने सर्वेशा मन के तीन अंतरात्मा सद्भावान मिलते हो मन का मित्र हो. Physically being near to the Guru, near to the Vaishnavas, in front of the deities cannot give the full benefit. You have to participate in seva. Through service, there is connection. This is a platform on which one can propagate the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. मैंने पर्पट ब्रेक करके बिल्कुल समझाते हुए पढ़ा है. वन को मैं पर्पट पढ़िएगा देखिएगा. तो ये होना चाहिए. इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे जब इस चेतना से भक्ति करेंगे तब आप पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं प्रोपेगेटिंग द मिशन ऑफ चैतन्य. फिर से बाद में दोबारा पढ़ेंगे. दिस इज वेरी डीप. और हरिदास करे प्रभु चिंता न करिए यावना संसारे देखी दुख न भविया. बहुत अच्छा है सब कुछ. तो नेक्स्ट पर्पट का एक लाइन देखिए एंड देन वी आर एंडिंग. ये इसलिए रामेश्वर को ये वर्सेस कराया उन्होंने. हरिदास कहे प्रभु चिंता न करिहा.
हरिदास कहे प्रभु चिंता न करिहा.
यावने संसारे देखी दुख न भविया.
यवन संसार देखी दुख न भविया.
Haridas Thakur replied, "My dear Lord, do not feel anxiety. Do not be unhappy to see the conditions of these yavanas in material existence. Purport, Rise Divine Vaishnava Charanand Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji Dwara Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai." These words of Haridas Thakur are just befitting a devotee who has dedicated his life and soul to the service of Lord. When the Lord is unhappy because of the condition of the fallen souls, the devotee consoles him, saying, "My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety." This is sadness. प्रभु की चिंता को दूर करना सीधा है. जब बच्चे बड़े हो जाते हैं तो माँ बाप का टेंशन शेयर करते हैं. They share the struggle of their parents. They become more responsible. They shoulder their responsibility. They have to shoulder their responsibility. To become mature, my dear Lord, do not feel
Hare
anxiety.
Krishna Mataji, you are not audible.
Oh, ऐसा हो गया. देख कहाँ से छूट गई है. When the Lord is unhappy because of the condition of the fallen souls, the devotee consoles, saying, "My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety. This is service." तो भगवान चिंता में और हम माया में. शर्म नहीं आती हमको. ठीक है. जैसे बच्चे हैं, माँ बाप ने बच्चों के प्रति पूरा जिंदगी लगाया. फिर बच्चे चार नियम तोड़ रहे, इधर टाइम पास कर रहे, पेरेंट्स सारा जीवन बच्चों पे लगा दिए. हाँ, बच्चे जो है इधर गलत काम में पड़ गए, उधर गलत काम में पड़ गए, बॉम्ब बना रहे हैं. क्या चल रहा है दुनिया में. तो पेरेंट्स को कैसा लगेगा. शर्म नहीं आती तुमको तुम्हारे लिए इतना किया. उसी तरह से शर्म नहीं आती. भगवान सब कुछ दे रहे हैं और हम गलत कामों में पड़े हुए पाप कार्य करते हैं, धर्म विरुद्ध आचरण करते हैं, दूसरे जीवों के प्रति हिंसा करते हैं. तो जो जेन्युइन डिवोटी है उसको भगवान की चिंता. बच्चे जब बड़े हो जाते हैं वो अपने मम्मी पापा का दुख दूर करने का प्रयास करते हैं. ये उसी तरह से हमको भी आध्यात्मिक चेतना में जाके कृष्ण भावना में प्रकट when we are awakened in Krishna consciousness. By becoming Krishna consciousness, we should become by becoming Krishna conscious, we should try to grow more and more, become mature in Krishna consciousness, so that we can reduce the anxiety of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to become mature in our understanding and practice of Krishna consciousness. Okay, we should be broad-minded. We should not be narrow-minded. Otherwise, Srila Prabhupada could have done this his own bhakti and could have just published Back to Godhead magazine, or could have just gone to one country, could have just opened 2, 3 temples, and in that temples just have accepted very opulent services. And this is like fake gurus do, na? वो अपने इतने वैभव में रहते हैं, भगवान वैभव में हो ना हो, उनका वैभव चलते रहना चाहिए. But Prabhupada in that old age traveled so much, giving Krishna consciousness to so many. So this is devotee. Devotee just wants to serve more and more and more without considering personal convenience and comforts. But we cannot imitate Prabhupada, but we can follow in Prabhupada teachings, follow in the footsteps, and by following that, we become nourished in Krishna consciousness, and gradually we are able to pick up more and more and more. But if you think nahi bas, or if you say nahi chahiye और nahi chahiye और nahi chahiye और, माया बोली मैं देती हूँ more. Understand that. So when you escape from service, then Maya gives temptations to devotees. That's right. Never underestimate the power of Maya. Even after initiation, even after chanting for 20, 30 years, if we don't dedicate whole our energy in the service of Krishna, Maya will enter. So this is service. Everyone should adopt the cause of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try. भाई ये शब्द बहुत सही है, इनको बार बार पढ़िएगा, दिन अभी सो जाइएगा क्लास के बाद. Everyone should adopt the cause of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try to relieve him from the anxiety he feels. This is actually service to the Lord. One who tries to relieve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's anxiety for the fallen souls. And it's written in the golden letters. Is certainly a most dear and confidential devotee of the Lord. One who tries to relieve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's anxiety for the fallen souls is certainly a most dear and confidential devotee of the Lord. To blaspheme such a devotee who is trying his best to spread the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the greatest offense. One does so is simply awaiting punishment for his enemy. Right? People were very envious of Prabhupada. People were very envious of Sri Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. That's why the Samarth Brahmanas, they planned killing Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Okay, because जाति बुद्धि लगा रहे हैं, जाति बुद्धि लगा, भक्ति जाति बुद्धि से परे है, कृष्ण जाति बुद्धि से परे है. जाति is not by जन्म, it's by कर्म. ब्राह्मण बैठ के स्मोकिंग कर रहा है, शराब पी रहा है, धन गड़बड़ कर रहा है, जब भी विचार कर रहे हैं, काहे के ब्राह्मण? ठीक है, तो सनातनी केवल टैक्स नहीं है, भगवान की वाणी का पालन करना. ठीक है, अभी हम सो जाते हैं. हरे कृष्ण. ठीक है, कल सुबह 5 बजे मिलेंगे कैंटीन में. और ये समय हमेशा बढ़ जाता है भाई. स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड जाना होगा, वो लोग में क्या टाइम पे कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं. सेवा ही सेवा है, टाइम है, कथा ही कथा है ना. वेरी सॉरी, लेट हो गया, लेकिन अभी तो शुरू ही हुआ. It's very nice. They are very wonderful purpose. Go through these purpose again and again. देखो ढीला डिवोटी बन के भी लोग दुखी रहते हैं. जैसे अगर पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, कॉलेज में आए हो, अच्छा ही पढ़ाई कर लो ना. एक जो पढ़ाई के टाइम रोमांस में पड़ जाते हैं, बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड में पड़ जाते हैं, इधर उधर की चीजों में पड़ जाते हैं, वो अपना करियर खराब कर लेते. उसी तरह मनुष्य जीवन में आए भक्त बनने के लिए, अच्छा ही भक्त बन जाओ ना. जब बन ही रहे हो तो भालो डिवोटी होते हैं. You should try to be a good disciple. You should try to be a good devotee. Because this in between situation is very miserable. ना भोग करते हैं ना भक्ति करते हैं. इसलिए हृदय स्वामी महाराज बोलते हैं ऐसा क्यों है कि गुरु के प्रति शरणागत. चलो सब मिलके बोल दो हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र। हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा
हरे
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 राम
हरे
राम
राम राम
हरे
हरे
जय गुरु श्री महाराज की जय।
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 मुझे तो लग रहा है ललित माधवी के पापा की भी आवाज आ रही थी हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा प्रणाम। हरे
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
कृष्णा। हाँ, हरे